Andrew Kibe said, "What? Maina Kageni, my guy. The man has been ruling Radio Africa for over 20 plus years. Every year, universities are vomiting thousands of graduates with degrees in journalism, all of them qualified to replace him, yet none of them has. Zero. Forex is gambling. Maina Kageni is related to the owner of the station. Really? Karis, Kibe, you and Maina are just lucky because of connections, mindset or systemic problems.
Yeah, man, kwenye mtandao.
The dynamics under which Kenyan radio stations have been recruiting their radio presenters. Subscribe, vunja hiyo kitu. Yo, what's up my good people? So Andrew Kibe post on X has sparked a debate among Kenyans. And before you start, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share. Let's dive into it. Joblessness is not a lack of jobs, bro. It's a state of mind for weak, immature boys who never grew up. If you want something in this life, you don't need anybody's permission certificate or that useless degree they are selling you at campus. Really. The easiest way, walk into the place you want to work, tell them you are ready to intern for free, shut up, learn and start grinding. Simple. But most of you were raised by mothers who every single day were asking, "My Karayan, what do you want to be when you grow up?" That question alone is what turns boys into jobless adults. Hilarious. It trains you to sit and wait for some magical sign or some paper before you start. That's why you are still at home crying about the economy. Look at Maina Kageni, my guy. The man has been ruling Radio Africa for over 20 years. 20 plus years. Every year, universities are vomiting thousands of graduates with degrees in journalism, communication, media studies, all of them qualified to replace him, yet none of them has. Zero. Experience, consistency, and balls still beat paper every single time. Stop waiting for permission and go get it. Or keep crying. Your choice. So that's Andrew Kibe's take on joblessness among youths in Kenya. Let's see what the people had to say. Let's see. Cobbs Global replied that Kibe Andy, if securing an internship were as simple as walking into a company and offering to work for free, many young people will already be well on their way. The reality is that unpaid internships are often a privilege reserved for those who can afford to survive without an income for months at a time. I see his point. Many talented graduates simply do not have that luxury. Cobbs Global, I like your argument. Another comment here. King Wetu. This advice applies to those who are still living with their parents. You can't intern for free and you need food, shelter, and clothing. Food and shelter. Quite a good argument. Forex is gambling. Maina Kageni is related to the owner of the station. Really? Who is the owner of Classic FM? I don't know. Ogola Nyundo. If it's too hard, start hawking nyanyas and kitungu in those open offices as you engage them. Be humble and consistent. Luck may locate you and be absorbed. Can I expand your groceries? Ogola Nyundo, very hilarious. Karis, Kibe, you and mine are just lucky because of connections. Okay. Maita, easier said than done. A person to enter past the guard and receptionist of a corporate in Kenya. I'm sure so many of you can relate to that. The attitude. We'll get back to that. And the last comment before we get into it. Oh, I love this one. Team Extreme. It's a game of luck. Many will misunderstand Kibe, but by putting yourself in the war zone, you see or get noticed. Yeah, and luck finds a man who moves. And what is movement? Doing something every day towards that goal. It may be working for free at your skill and putting it out there. So those are some of the Kenyan comments and how Kenyans reacted to that tweet. And what I can say to add to that, Kibe's idea cannot entirely solve the joblessness problem we are facing among youths in Kenya. And because I'm not sure which one is higher, mindset or systemic problems, but somehow both of them, they are components to the joblessness in Kenya. His remarks are halfway there because we have people with all the certifications, they have everything, but yet they do not have the courage to walk into those places. Let's dive into the specific example Kibe has given. The radio station, whereby he gave an example of Maina Kageni. The dynamics under which Kenyan radio stations have been recruiting their radio presenters. Clearly, someone fresh off campus will find it very challenging. Let's start with the systemic problems. Kenya is a country that runs on nepotism, connections, who knows who. Who do you know? And bribes. If it's not nepotism, it's who do you know. If it's not who do you know, the connection, it's how much do you have. In so many cases that's what will get you through. Leave alone you had to battle the guard, whereby they give you a very hard time when you get to the gates. My friend, in Kenya, if you don't have a car, just getting past the gate to the reception is a very challenging task. It's a very challenging task. You find a guard there and he's giving you a very hard time. And most of the time, they give you wrong information. You meet him at the gate and the battle starts. What are you coming to do here? I'm coming to look for a job. He asks you for your papers, like he's qualified even to look through them. He goes through your papers. So what type of job do you want? Like he knows anything about the company inside. Even if he does know something, because the security guards may have good info about the company sometimes. They may know the know-hows, who to see. But he gives, it's like the security guard has to audit you first, so as for you to get to the reception. And sometimes you'll find another one even telling you there are no jobs here. There are no jobs. He's disqualifying you as who? You find a security guard has disqualified you. As who? There are no jobs here. A security guards tell you there are no jobs here. He has already killed your chances. Even if you had a chance to convince the HR or whoever you would have met, the manager, the supervisor, the security has killed that chance and he has shut you down. There are no jobs here. Unless he has been told directly by the company manager, if there are people coming to look for job here, don't allow them in, okay? But security guys, security in Kenyans, watchmen, please. Even if there is no job there and you have not received a direct order from the manager or from anybody in the company, let the person walking through that door have their fair shot at landing a job in that company. Now we are past the security. Now we are going to the receptionist. You tell me in the comment section some of the crazy secretaries you have come across. What do you want? And you give her the paper. Okay, I've come to look for you for your job. And she's like, what kind of a job? What has been your experience while looking for a job, guys? Tell me in the comment section. What has been your experience with the secretaries or the person at the receptionist while you are looking for a job? And she gives you, it's like she's gatekeeping. She's intentionally blocking you. Give me your paper. You give her. She goes through it. Okay. So you have done what? I've seen you have done this. Yeah. After all that, asking for your CV and going through everything, and then she tells you, there are no jobs here. So why were you looking at my papers? Why are you looking at my CV? Point me to the person who will help me, or point me to the person I take my own shot. Come to the bribes. At least the security will give you a fair chance. You have to give him something, because you will not cross there. Especially when they know you have come to look for a job. You must give him something to pass there. He'll keep shutting you down until you give him something to pass there. Okay? Okay, let's go to the mindset now. Many of the people you consider lucky, if they told you their backstories, what they went through to get into the position that they are right now, you will not even believe half of it. Many of us, it's the mindset that's holding us back. You fear what people will say, you fear being judged, you fear being rejected, you fear... Fear has overcome everything in your life. Sometimes all it takes is the courage to go and knock at that door. Get in there, present yourself. And when you push hard enough, the more you are pushing, the more you increase your chances of getting lucky. I've heard stories about people whereby it was like magic. When your right time comes, everything will just flow. You go past the security guard and is in a good mood. Have you ever heard of a story of someone who was at the right place at the right moment? Bro, I've heard stories about people who went to look for a job and it was the right day, it was the right time, it was at the right moment. The manager or the owner, he's never around, but that day, when he took that bold step, he had the courage and he said, today is the day. And I'm going to do it. He happens to find the manager. We have had so many people who didn't have connections, didn't have certified paper for the job. It was not about nepotism, but they were in the right place at the right time. You push enough and that day while you stand there, everything has aligned for the person who will be there. It was not even purposely you. I agree with some of the people. Kenyan radio stations have been recruiting radio presenters in a very strange dynamic. The popular ones, yeah? You can see there's Yard Story, just a simple viral TikTok dance, and everything else just went flawless for her. She attracted so much attention that she was even offered a government position. I agree, sometimes it's luck. From just a simple viral TikTok dance, she went from whatever she was doing to a radio presenter to landing a government job. Her role: committee member tasked with advising the government on the Creative Economy and Talanta Hela initiative. Timeline: appointed by then Sports Cabinet Secretary Babu Namwamba in February 2023, with the committee originally expected to serve for 3 years. Do something. She attracted so much attention. Took her phone, put it there, started recording, and she posted it. Mbusi went straight from the ghetto to being a radio presenter. Hey, Mbusi. That was one hell of a story. I agree, the system has failed us a lot, but so many people have managed to beat the odds by having the right mindset. Okay, you're into vlogging. Okay, you're a good journalist. Start documenting by yourself. Start doing things by yourself. gather attention, do what you have to do, keep knocking on those doors. You never know. The more you do it, the more you increase your chances of luck. A day is coming when you will knock at the right door at the right time. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. See you on the next one.